folks, JD here. I'm sorry if this is a little bit dark. I really wanted to get out here very early and it hasn't even, well, it's not even sunrise yet. So what have we got for you today? Well, today we've got a shout out to everyone who has ever watched the channel and has recommended that I get this. This is the Parrot Bebop. This is a very, very, very well known stable quadcopter within the community. It has 4 brushless motors, a battery with up to 11 minutes of flight, a 14 megapixel camera to the front, GPS, optical flow. It has a lot going for it. But this is over the 250 gram weight restriction. And here it is. It is lovely. It's over 250 grams. It comes in at 400. That's its flying weight. Which, to be honest, it isn't too heavy. It isn't too bad. I mean, it is very light. It's a mixture of EPP and plastic. And to be honest, it comes together and I think it works really well. It has that very unique parrot-looking front to it that you get with the Bebop 2, as well as the Disco, and a lot of other quads as well, actually. And to be honest, I really can't wait to take this up. Now, on a live stream a couple of months ago, when I was doing them, I had all of you turned around and said, get the Bebop! So I did. So, with that, my friends, let's get it calibrated and let's take her up and see exactly how this does. Okay, so what I've done for the second is I've just set everything up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on everything first. Skycontroller first. I'm going to wait until that boots up, then I'm going to connect to it, and then I'm going to turn on the Bebop. Then I'm going to open up, while the Bebop is booting up, I'm going to open up the Free Flight Pro app, and hopefully then we should get a connection from there. Now, this did take me, when I did receive this, I had to do 2 different firmware updates. So I had to do 2 on the quadcopter, 1 on the Skycontroller, and it took absolutely forever. It really did. But fortunately it's done now. I think it took a few hours to get everything done, and then the quadcopter wouldn't see the transmitter. The transmitter then would work, but it wouldn't see my phone, and it was just an absolute nightmare. So what I've done is hopefully we've sorted this out enough, and hopefully it's just going to work. So in testing, it just worked. But how many times have you heard that, right? So let's open up the Free Flight Pro app as well. Now let's boot up the Bebop. And then it should just be a case then of going through the motions, setting up the GPS, calibrating the compass rather, and then from there then we should be good to go. So we give this a couple of seconds. It's just done its motor check, where it just makes sure that everything is sound and that all the propellers are on properly, it's evenly weighted. Right, we've just got Wi-Fi reception hit the Skycontroller, that's fine. We have got activity. There we are. Let's take the cap off. That would help if I did that. Perfect. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to double check. I'm going to calibrate this drone properly because I calibrated it in the house and that's never a good thing to do. So I'm going to take it up. I'm just going to calibrate it normally. I should be calibrating it higher than this, just to put pay to any magnetic interference. But unfortunately, there we go. And that's all calibrated. That's all good, ready to go. So with that, my friends, let's take her up. And up we go. So this is where she is. She's right in front of me. Now, right, we're recording. Hopefully getting some video there. It is showing it's recording by the look of it. So I've just tried her a little bit in sport mode, just to see how she was going to fly. And she's okay, so I've just put her into vertical mode for the second, just so I can get a feel for that and just see exactly how that works. But I think I'm going to be clicking it back into sport or into standard. Right then, let's take her out. Let's see what she's like. I get a nice feeling from her. To start with, a little bit shaky, the quad. But she seems to be doing really quite well for the minute. I mean, I haven't taken her out, I haven't properly given her a run yet, but so far she seems alright. I don't have any signal issues. Everything looks to be fine. We've got, in the lower left, we've got signal, which is signal strength to the quadcopter. Then we have quadcopter, battery, the bottom right, and then we have transmitter battery, which is the top right. And this thing is a little flyer. absolute little demon. Quadcopter battery is showing one light. Don't know if I should be worried with that or not. Seems to move quite well. We have got a bit of a breeze here today as well. Now, the max breeze, apparently Parrot say you can take this up, is no breeze faster than 24 miles an hour, which in itself is, well, extremely, extremely fast. FPV seems to be doing well. Oh, a couple of jumps, couple of breakups. Quite a lot of breakups, actually, more than I expected, considering I did expect a lot less breakups on her. So what I'm going to do, I was going to take her out for a really long test, but with... Oh, there we are, we're okay. I'm flying her within her signal bounds, so she seems to be okay. She's coming back to me. Yeah, as long as you keep her... Those two... it's a standard Parrot thing. I had it with the Disco as well. As long as you keep them... The two signal antennas, the blue and the green, together, you should be fine. I had it with the Disco as well, where the Disco would just now and again would just come out of that, and then I'd have to quickly turn myself around to reinitialize contact. Right, this drone battery is red already, so I reckon this battery, as I said, this drone is not new, so this drone is second hand, so there's every possibility that this battery is absolutely shot. But I thought I'd give it a shot, and I thought I would try it and see exactly how it goes. I've got another one to try as well, so I'm going to be giving that a go. Right, low battery alert. Let's bring her back to me. Yeah, the alert's that's actually quite nice. It's not, you don't have anything which is screaming at you. Low battery! Low battery! It's just a nice gentle beep, and I quite like that. But its air presence is good, it feels good, it's responsive. I had heard a couple of nightmares. I've seen maybe one or two videos on this particular drone. I have heard of a couple of nightmares which they seem to probably have sorted out with the firmware. Which it certainly seems as if they have. Now let's just bring her around and let's just land her. Now, it certainly seems that they have sorted that out to me. But, oh, I don't know, see, this Skycontroller is nice, right? It gives you everything that you need, but it doesn't need to be this big at all. It doesn't need to be this big, it doesn't need to be this imposing. It is just quite literally, well, absolutely massive. And it's not heavy either. I thought it would be quite heavy, and as I'm controlling it, I'm thinking, this isn't actually getting any heavier. This is actually really, really nice to control, and it is. I like the size of these analog sticks, but again, it doesn't need to be that big. I think the Skycontroller 2 that they had out, or that they've got out now, excuse me, with the Bebop 2 and with the Disco, is very, very nice and far superior to this. But I like that it lets you feel the part, even if you do look a little bit silly holding something as large as that. But it does give you a lot of information, and I really appreciate that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this battery, and then I'm going to take her back up again. But I think I'm going to do that in a second video rather than bore you guys for too long with it. And in this second video, instead of just flying around, we're going to see exactly what she can do from a camera perspective and everything else. So I tell you what, folks, thank you ever so much for watching and listening this first flight of the Parrot Bebop. I hope you've enjoyed. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.